Okay, so let's just talk about The Flash Season 3, Episode 2, Paradox. Now, I did like this episode better than the first episode of the season, Flashpoint, because it just felt more well-rounded and a better story. My problems with Episode 1 were they didn't do enough with Flashpoint that they could have. I think they ended it too early, and I didn't like it that much. Now, Episode 2 is a different story. I liked the introduction of Barry's coworker, obviously, because that's an interesting dynamic. The Iris and Joe not talking thing, that I feel like that wasn't really important, because it just was a silly reason that they weren't talking, because in the other timeline, they were perfectly fine with that, but now they're not. Anyway, one of my favorite parts of this episode was the problems with Cisco, and how he's kind of dealing with his grief from his brother Dante dying in that car accident, and how Barry will not go back and save him even though he did that with his own family, and that's why Cisco is kind of mad at him and all sad and stuff in the trailers and everything. Jay Garrick is back. That part was amazing. I'm really glad they did that. And I think Barry learned a really good lesson not to mess with the timeline anymore, because he's done it probably 4 or 5 times now. Created a bunch of different timelines. Anyway, Jay Garrick, that scene was really important. I wasn't expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting Dr. Alchemy in the second episode. I wasn't expecting the rival to come back right away. I'm wondering if the rival is going to stick around, because obviously at the end, spoilers, he didn't break out of Iron Heights, even though he technically got out. Excuse me. Dr. Alchemy brought him out. So it's like they're kind of partners, kind of. And that scene where some people predicted that it was Savitar's speed cult, that was actually Dr. Alchemy. Now, I don't know who those other people were, but I feel like Dr. Alchemy is kind of cool and mysterious, and I'm glad that, of course, they are probably going to have Savitar, which is a big villain, but I feel like he'll be the second biggest villain. I think Dr. Alchemy is definitely going to be the biggest villain of this season. And that's great, because he's trying to make everybody the best they can. And I'm wondering if that includes the Flash. I don't know. That would be awesome. Having a villain that wants the Flash, kind of like Professor Zoom in the comics. He just wants him to be the best Flash he can be. That would be cool. And I don't know how they're going to explain Wally getting his powers in episode 3. Maybe Dr. Alchemy gives them to him like he gave the rival his powers back. Obviously at the end, big thing is Caitlin turning into Killer Frost, kind of. Not all the way, just her little hand. We saw that in the trailer. But I honestly wasn't expecting that this episode. For some reason, it happened right after Barry's mentioned something about her being an ophthalmologist in Flashpoint. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. Something's going on. And I have this big theory. I might post it later. I'm not going to explain it in this video. It has to do with the Reverse Flash and everything. But forget I ever mentioned that. But overall, this episode, I feel like, was probably one of my favorite episodes of The Flash. I wish we would have got his new costume, if you know what I'm talking about. The big poster for the season has him in this, really red costume, trying to find something that's kind of like that color. I don't know, maybe this candle, that red. Yeah, basically just brighter red. I wish we would have got that, but we didn't. You can only fit so much in an episode. And I just think it was overall a great episode, full of Easter eggs. I wasn't expecting Jay Garrick to come back in this episode. Obviously, super excited for Jesse Quick. Super excited for Harrison Wells to come back. Super excited for Wally to be the Flash again, because Wally West is my favorite superhero ever. And just super excited about next week's episode. So, yep, if you don't mind, just go click like and subscribe down there. And, yeah, see you guys later. Bye!